Once you are down to 10 stitches on each of your needles, we can do the bind off. So we're going to do a crazy maneuver here. I'm going to slide the needles a little bit forward, and I am going to turn the sock inside out through the center. So it's a little bit fiddly to poke it through. Once you get a little bit through, you can pull it. And we're going to turn it right inside out. So we're going to put our bind off on the inside of the sock. So pull the whole sock through, careful that you don't pop it right off the needles. There we go. My working yarn got sucked into that as well. There we go. So now we've got it inside out. And we're going to do the bind off. This is where your little double point needle comes in handy. Now, it doesn't have to be the exact same size. If it's off by a little bit, it doesn't matter a whole lot. You don't want to use a huge needle, but try and get a similar size for it. So what we want to do is line up our stitches, and we're going to act as though we have one left needle, even though we have the two, and we're using the double point needle as our right needle. We're going to go into the first stitch on the front needle. And we're also going to go in as though to knit the first stitch on the back needle. We're going to knit them together. So you're going to wrap your yarn. Be really careful when you pull up your loop here. Slide both of them off of the needles, and you have your stitch on your right needle. We're going to do the same thing. So knit one from the front, one from the back, knit them together, pop up and drop them off of there. Once you have two on your right needle, you can take one of your left needles, take the far right stitch. We're going to lift it off and over the left stitch. Now we have one remaining. We're going to go back in, knit one from the front, one from the back, up and pull them both off. We have two stitches now on the right. We're going to lift that right stitch over the left stitch and off, so it's binding it off. It's like a normal cast off. Tighten it down. We don't want it to be gappy, so you want to tighten down again. Knit two more together. Pulling it up and off, and over. Drop it, tighten it up again. Two more together. There, pull up and off, and binding one off. That. And you're going to work your way right to the end. Over, off. Knit two more together. Be careful that you don't slide the next one off. Over and off for the bind. There. Knit two together. And over and off. Two more knit together. We're almost there. And lifting the right one over the left one. One to go here. Knit that together, and then use your needle to pull the left one over, or the right one over the left one. Tighten it down nicely. There, your circulars are off. Grab some scissors. Hey, look at that, they even match the sock. I'm going to leave a decent tail so that I can darn it in. Take my loop, I'm taking my double point out, and I'm pulling that tail through the loop and tighten her down. And there, you've got a really nice tight seam there. It's not much of a bump, you won't feel that on your toe. And you've got nice edges. So let's turn it around. Let's take a look at our finished sock. There we have it. So when we do that little edge there. See how the sock, you've decreased it there and you've got a nice, almost like a little braid to it. Same on this side. There's almost like a little braid there where we did our knit two together. And on the end, we have that really nice, even bind off. Now, there's all different ways to do toes. If you want a longer toe on it, you could do where you decrease for one round and then just knit one round and then do another decrease at each side on the next round. So you can look up in a lot of books and on Ravelry to find all different toe patterns. This is just a nice simple one just to get you going on your sock. And now I suggest you go and you cast on your second sock and start it right away while you remember some of these steps that we did. You can block it, put it on a sock blocker, you just wet it, lay it flat, and it will block out. It's always a little bit with the short row heel here, it always is a little bit foldy, but once you wet it and block it, it goes nice and flat for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope you found it useful. If you did, please consider liking the video and following my channel. Then I'll know that I should probably do more videos. So please do that. And if you need any sock yarn, I have tons of it on my website at www.thevioletunicorn.com. And if you're ever out in Nova Scotia, come and visit me. I'm down in Eastern Passage, just at the mouth of the Halifax Harbor, just across from Halifax. It's a short drive. So thank you so much and happy knitting.